NY Droppers That Dropped the Ball Part 3, featuring fucking everybody named Mom. So what did we do? We just made a group chat and we just said, hey, everybody, what's some drill rappers that dropped the ball? And whoever made a good idea, just put them in a video. Today we'll be finishing the NY Drill Rappers That Dropped the Ball series. I ain't gonna lie, this logo is crazy, bro. Hey, look like he got a striped shirt on. But since this is the last part, damn, we just ended every series now. You know I gotta do something different. And instead of 7, it will be 5 rappers. Okay. So all you did was couldn't find 7 drill rappers, so you just removed it to 5. But to finish off the series, I'm gonna bring in the bros. I don't think the bros is supposed to be possessive. I don't think it's supposed to be apostrophe. To voice their opinion. I'll give 2 rappers and they would each give 1. I think bros would be with no apostrophe because there's multiple bros. Got new characters? Oh shit. The fuck is it? Everybody getting new logos? Is that a Nike bucket hat with a ski mask? Muddy, why is your name Muddy Official? Why don't you just have your name as Muddy? W new characters. That little TJ? This is my first collab with all of them. Subscribe to all of us and let's get into the video. Facts.
First up, we got
Yo, bro, stop with that shit, bro.
Justo G's. I feel like Justo dropped the ball because him and N. came in unexpectedly and immediately took off after Bando and got sent away. Bando and was the only ones left in our PT that could hold it down after D-Thang. Now with the big 3 locked up, people were looking like what's next for our PT. Then came DJ Hound, Ace Guns, Tone Hound, and spin a lot in Justo GZ. Out of all those names, and is the only one still rapping trying to put on. And why is that? Because word is that Justo G's before he went to jail quit rapping? And to be honest, I don't really know his reasoning on why, but maybe it got overwhelming or maybe pay. Or some reasons.
I think he said it was on some shit like, people not respecting my craft. I'm gonna give it to the end of the summer. And, I'm gonna quit rapping if the numbers don't look that way. It was on some shit like, I think it's the same with Enda. Enda got signed real quick, and you seen what he did. He was out of here. Like, his numbers are so significantly worse. With Justo G's, he wasn't able to sign, and his numbers went down. They had hits back to back, Justo and Enda, but they just couldn't match that. And I think Justo was around the 30K to 50K mark. Lacked motivation, lacked the numbers. That's what you get.
But I definitely believe that just could have been someone that could help.
I think he got potential. I think he could have floated around that 100K mark every video if he tried. But he didn't have a channel at all. He just raps and hustle every time.
New York drill with the current state that Justo had a good flow, voice and beat selection, and a lot of catchy and lyrical moments in his songs. And gave up so early, everyone turned eyes so quickly to see this new generation of our PT. And they were gaining views really quick. Hopefully, Justo somehow picks up where he left off.
Next up,
damn, different voice too. Damn, what was I about to say? And I feel like a lot of people was fucking with him. I remember the Instagram, like the memes we used to do. Like he was in every one of them. Like people really fucked with him. Like they fucked with the different flow he had.
Gaining views really quick. Hopefully, Justo somehow picks up where he left off.
Next up, we have CJ Goon. CJ Goon was a good rapper with classics
y'all just can't use your normal voice, bro.
like How You Every Shot and Kidnap Who. But he just couldn't stay out of trouble. He had good songs and he could have been big. He didn't have a bad song to me. So he could have been a top 10 Bronx drill rapper if he didn't crash out ad. He could have got features with big artists from his block like.
So why do y'all call these rappers crash outs? When you weren't there that day, you don't know what happened. You think you see a video, you think it looks like CJ Goon. Look at S.Go. People thought he was up in Cortland with no mask on or no fucking car, was riding on a scooter. People immediately thought it was S.Go, but it wasn't. It had nothing to do with that situation at all. But y'all want to look at one video and think it's CJ Goon. I understand like he keeps getting locked up, so I don't know what he's doing, but he's whenever he's home, he's not dropping music consistently. He gets locked right back up. He's sitting for the last year. I understand that part, but you can't. I hate when people say they crashed out because y'all wasn't there. Y'all don't know the situation.
Real rapper, if he didn't crash out ad, he could have got features with big artists from his block like B-Love.
Allegedly, that looks exactly like CJ Goon used the same one, probably saying that was S.Go all the way up in Cortland on a scooter. Why the fuck would S.Go be all the way up in Cortland on a scooter?
Next up we got Justo B aka Mr. Tag Random People Tombstones. Justo B dropped the ball because he had a crazy hit with T Cardi and didn't capitalize off of it. Many people say that song should have just been K-Flock and Doogie. Let's not forget that song with Nasib BK Hang With Me could have been a hit also. Justo is still around and got his close relationship with Flock and Doogie, but he don't drop music and just don't take TS serious anymore. Even though he was ass and doesn't have a lot of good songs in his catalogue, he still could have made something of it. Just look at J-Star Balla.
Next, Black Anise drop.
Okay, J-Star Balla's brother is Didi Osama. Justo B didn't have a lot of potential to me. I'm just being honest. I don't really fuck with his music like that. But he did have hits with Nazi BK. I skip his part on T Cardi every time, but he could have been consistent. But it's like, how did bro drop the ball just because he stopped rapping? Do y'all not understand how much time in the studio it takes to make a song, or how much money it takes to make a song, how much it takes for a videographer? Like maybe at the end of the day, his streams don't add up to the numbers to get his money back. So why am I keep investing in something that is just not working? And I don't know how long Justo been working on music, but I know he hasn't dropped in like a year. But before that, in 2021, I know he's been dropping for at least 2 years, to my knowledge, if not more. But bro didn't drop all like that, but it's to a point where, motherfucker, you can't be 25 and not touching a fucking 50K as a New York drill rapper. You got to be doing something else with your life. You can't be dropping for them forever. It takes 30 minutes to a song. That's not my point. I don't care how long it takes for you to make a song. That don't matter. I'm just saying the money it takes to make that song and record a music video might not be worth it.
Drop the ball. Because he was one of the drill artists that were rapping for a while. He has
Like an
songs
ace.
from 3 and 4 years ago, but ever since he dropped those 2 songs with Use, he has gone downhill. The songs with Use got 3 OK plus and 5 for OK plus, but the songs he dropped after that got way less. He dropped his first song after the Use song, called Money and Violence, which only has 12K views, and I feel like he dropped the ball because he saw his views weren't as good as they were before. So, he started to drop less and less, which lead his fan base to listen to other artists' music. He dropped the ball by not taking advantage of those 2.
I think the same situation with Justo B. And I've seen him go to other avenues. We've seen Use launch his label EBS Entertainment. I don't think Black Anise was a part of that, if I'm not mistaken. I know Use had a whole bunch of people on the roster. I don't know if he was a part of that. I may be mistaken, but I seen him manage artists. I seen him make a brand. I don't enjoy bro music, but I think he has potential. But me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan, and him not making music, I wasn't really like, oh, why isn't he dropping music? I wasn't questioning him because I understand it's the same thing as Justo B. Is it really worth it? But bro, hella young, he got a good head on his shoulder. That P Films interview always sticks to my mind whenever I hear his name because bro know how to carry himself, and it's a lot of it. That whole situation in early this year, where bro allegedly got a headshot, got shot. I don't know if it was a headshot. I'm just saying, bro got shot, and it really like I could tell it fucked him up mentally, just by that P Films interview. Cause I've seen interviews and him in music videos before. He wasn't in music videos after that situation, and he really like fell back off a lot of shit. I was peeping it, and that has a lot to do with it. And
Features views being low now has proven that he
because what bro was dropping before that whole situation happened. Like I remember he wasn't dropping as consistent, but he was dropping. Just the views wasn't there for him probably.
dropped it and shows his fan base he once had has given up on him. But I also think he could still actually be relevant if he followed the new wave of using sweepers beats and making a hit somehow. If he does that, he can regain his fan base and see where it goes. At that point the ball is in his hands, but if he stayed consistent he probably could be bigger. But assuming he would make more songs with use, which would become hits, but who knows.
Yeah, I'm back and Tom finished the vid off with the last rapper. That dropped double, but before I do, make sure y'all like and comment in the vid and subscribe to our channels. To end the video, we have assassinality. People are going to say, oh, how can Assassin drop the ball when he didn't have it, but he did?
Hey, isn't it 2 S's at the start and then 1 S at the end?
Assassin had the ball. Because of the death of Rajiz, let's think about it. Let's relate this to maybe Nadia Sama. When Nadia died, not many people knew of him. Not as much people today to be exact. And not many people knew of DD. But as soon as Nadia died, people looked at his brother DD Osama. And the ball was immediately in his court, and he carried it to the point where he's one of New York's current big artist. Now I'm not saying Assassin could have been on the level DD Osama is on. Hey, we never know, but I'm saying Assassin could have went to great heights with his music just off the amount of eyes that locked onto Assassin with Rajizi death and him being one of the most dissed ops in New York. And also being a memorable lyric in one of the most viewed and lit songs in drill history. PS8 by K-Flock, where K-Flock said tap your head and asterisk Gigiero got clapped. Now he and a Marley. That lyric would turn eyes and make fans wonder what response Raw side would have to K, not even just that K-Flock diss, but with Raw being one of the most diss people. Wanted to hear his music, and with Raw barely having songs out, the few he does have her with Assassin, you can put together the rest. Assassin would go on and drop the ball, not taking rap serious, and each time he would get somewhat consistent, he would stop and take months off. Assassin has a great flow despite his lisp. He has a good voice for rapping, and me personally, I like his beat selection. But once again, this is another situation in where the streets, dead friends, mental health, and more could play a role in why rappers don't take rap serious. Assassin could have been a name to carry 8-0 as her PT, as names like D-Thing, Bando, and T-Dot. Mod Haven has used G's and ECG as shod G's, but when people mention different sides that hold weight in Bronx, I barely hear 8-0 because Assassin Nesty and another name like Melly G do not take rap serious. Now that this series is over, maybe a few weeks from now, I will drop a Where Are They Now type video with everyone.
I think Assassin was the best one. Yeah, I CJ Goon can't keep his freedom. Understand that part, but I agree with Assassin to a certain extent because people were clicking on those Raji's videos for Raji's. I think he K'd mostly every track. Assassin was there, he was a feature, but if I'm not mistaken, bro wasn't dropping like every week, but he was still like consistent in 21 after the whole Raji situation. But like you said, he went on like for months. He would drop consistently. I feel like the views wouldn't really add up to the way he liked, so he just takes breaks, comes back, drops a couple times, see what happens. Nothing happens, go back to his normal life. I think that's just how it is. And it's like for rap, I feel like for drill rap at least, you gotta I feel like you don't gotta be 2 feet in, but it's best when you 2 feet in, especially for 8-0. You feel me? Millie G locked up. I feel like Nesty's the only one that's been consistent the whole time. If he's not dropping by himself, he's dropping features with somebody else. Sage, really, Maya V, shit like that. But I don't think. I think Nesty has the biggest name, but he's not the most talented rapper at all. I think so. Finally, but I will include MVK. He dropped the ball. Like, you can't just name everybody that's locked up talking about they dropped the ball.